I thought we could do a little bit of a catch-up together because I've been a little bit quiet on here recently and also on my social media, but if you follow me on Instagram, which is Wobbly Wanna Be a Venter, you will see a little bit of what's been going on. So obviously Dave, going right back to it, Dave pulled a shoe off probably about a month ago now, and he was fine when it was off for 2 days, so he didn't go lame or anything, and then he did go lame. I got the shoe, well actually he went a bit footy, we got the shoe back on, and then a couple of days later I was riding him, going to arena hire, everything like that, he was fine, and then I hacked him out, and I'll insert a clip so you can see how well he was walking out. And he was fine, felt great, trotting felt great, and then he came back in lame. Literally, I literally turned him out while I was doing yard jobs, and he came back in lame a bit later, and I was like, ooh. So he had physio. Again, physio hasn't been great for us. We got really well with his physio and on top of it, but he's had problems with his neck. He's just not been comfortable. He's just not been quite himself. And also ridden wise, I noticed he does like to buck and leap and that and gallop around, but he started to get a little, he's never ever bucked under saddle. Like, he feels like it, he gets excited, but he's never done it. And I just felt like he was struggling a bit with something, not like lameness or anything like that, just something just wasn't quite right. Now, so I was like, Anyway, so going back to the lameness, he was quite lame, and when he's had problems before with his foot and stuff, he's only ever been 1/10 lame. He's never been like 8/10 lame. So I was like, is it an abscess? Anyway, Farrier came out, couldn't find anything, and he felt his legs and said it could be suspensory. So obviously, as you can imagine, my heart sank. But again, he said, I don't see him every day. It could just be how his legs are. His legs are a bit weird. I mean, it's normal for him. So I was like, ooh. So I decided not to work him. Like, the vets wanted me to work him before lameness workup, because he was actually due a checkup, which then turned into all this investigation. So while this is all going on, my mare Roxy decided, warning graphic photos that I will be putting in this video, decided to have an injury, and I don't know how she's done it. I assume fencing, but we had no evidence, no shred of evidence. So sorry, this is a bit like, ooh. So she had an injury. It was quite bad, as you'll see in the photos that I'll insert, and it was down to the bone. Luckily she was sound, but this type of injury needed box rest, so she doesn't box rest. So I said, what are my odds? Like, if you want me to box rest this horse for the next 2 months or whatever, I'm gonna have to put her to sleep. She won't box rest, she'll end up injuring herself more, she'll colic, she'll stress, she's got a massive heart murmur. So the vet said, you've got 2 options. We try antibiotics and we try for 2 weeks. If you get infection, then we know what to do. Second option is you put her to sleep now. So that was a very hard moment. I just kept swearing, I kept saying, F this, oh, I didn't know what to do. So I decided to try the antibiotics. So we tried that. Things were looking great. Her wound was healing really well. And then the 3rd and the 4th week post-accident, she started to get infections, going necrotic, still sound, still a bit well in herself, not really, she's injured. Like, when he did her leg, he had to like take all the skin off, and she got a massive heart murmur, can't sedate her. So he literally did all that, and she had no pain relief, no sedation, no whatsoever. So she was on antibiotics, she was on pain relief stopped, then she carried on to more antibiotics. Now, the vet did say to me, a horse shouldn't be on antibiotics longer than a week. She was on 3 weeks. So I'm gonna try not to get upset. So yeah, so it was really hard, and I was going down morning and evening to her, and also my dinner break, because she's 5 minutes away from work. And yeah, so I was trying everything for this horse. I was trying everything, and her field mate kept escaping. Obviously, she didn't want to be on her own, so that was not helping, because I had her in a small paddock. It was wet, the weather's cold, where it sometimes worked in my favour, sometimes didn't. then it, as you know, it goes mild, then the flies and the midges are out. So it was just really, really, really difficult. Now, unfortunately, it took a bit of a turn for the worst, and I had to make the hard decision of my life. Right, let me do it. So yeah, I had to make the hard decision of my life, and I decided something just went in me, and my heart just said, enough's enough. Like, she's got a nice weight, it's not getting better, you've tried, let her go with a bit of dignity. So I made that decision, and I had her put to sleep just over a week ago now. So yeah, so it's hard, it's weird. So unfortunately, she's my heart horse. I miss her every day, and I've had her cremated, and I get to pick her up tomorrow. So I'm very excited to bring her home, and my kind work have kindly got me a necklace so I can put her ashes into it. All my work colleagues put in for this. It was like £200. It's amazing, and I can't wait to wear her every day. I've had wonderful gifts of friends. I've actually got one here, which has a quote at the top, and has her tail here, and Roxy, and then my parents, like mother and father-in-law if you like, made me this beautiful photo. It's like obviously sketched on a beach. The person's meant to like me, the horse looks like Roxy. It's got a really nice quote at the top, and then Roxy's got a halo over her head, which is really, really nice. So yeah, like I say, it's a bit here, there and everywhere, this kind of catch-up video, but it was the hardest decision I've ever made, and I held her, I did everything, and it's a very, very difficult situation. She's nearly 23 in a month or two. She was a good age, and it was definitely the right decision, and I still know it's the right decision. Like, it sounds awful, but I have no regrets. Like, I knew it was the right thing for her. She was going lame towards the last couple of ends, and I'll show you some footage at the end of our last day together, which was kindly captured by Jackie, my friend, who rang me up and heard the news and said, you don't have to, but I want to come out and take some photos and videos if you feel up to it. So that's Greenwood Photography, so thank you. So that's what we did, and it sounds crazy, but I took a video of her probably about 5 days before this photo shoot, and she aged in 5 days, and you could see in her eyes, and yeah, it was horrible. And I'm just gonna say now, if anyone is in that situation where you don't know what to do, obviously you can only make that decision, you know your horse best, but I am more than willing to help. If you want to message me or leave a comment, or you want to find me on Instagram and direct message me, like, I'm more than willing to talk about it, because you've got to factor in so many things, and I honestly understand. Like, I try everything for my horses, but obviously money, situations for people, everything's different. And honest to God, like, if you just want to talk about it because it's a hard thing to talk about, or you want a bit of reassurance, again, you can only make a decision. Like, please, please, please message me, because like, I've seen it happen to horses before, but when it's your own, it's completely, I mean, people have done it, it's completely different. And please don't be alone in that kind of situation. I'm very lucky. I've got a very close friend circle who have supported me throughout, and he told a certain amount of people. Then obviously did announce it on social media, because I had people checking in, asking about her. So I had to put something a little bit sooner than what I hoped, but it had to be done, because obviously it was hard trying. I didn't want to ignore people or not message about her, and it was very kind that people were messaging, seeing how she was and things. And yeah, definitely the hardest decision in my life. So while this is all going on, I made that decision, and then the next day I had to take Dave to the vets. So I made a decision, booked it all, and then obviously the deed got done the week before. So going back in time a bit, I took Dave to the vets for this checkup, and we looked at him, tried sound, hard ground, everything. He looked really good, so I was like, oh, okay. So they x-rayed his feet again, and it's just sitting slightly foot. So my farrier has been amazing. He's been tonight, and we've put different kind of shoes on. So we had pads on before, and now we've got one with like a bit of a heel support, because he is flat-footed on one, and he, as the physio, the vet, and everyone say, he's such a wuss. Slight bit of pressure, he's like, no, not happy. So hopefully, touch wood, we're going to get somewhere. But we also x-rayed his back, which I'll insert in here too. Compared to, now Roxy had kissing spines, Dave has kissing spines. I have always thought he had kissing spines, but this has clarified it. And compared to Roxy's, I don't know if I'll be able to find Roxy's, or if I can find Roxy's x-ray pictures, I'll put them in. Roxy's was like really like vertebrae pressing into each other. The vet said it was different vets. The vet said it was the worst back she's ever seen in all the time she's done it. And she was a saint as always, but he started to show similar signs to Roxy, not much, but like they get a bit more spooky and things like that. And I was struggling to muscle him up, because like when he's got heat in his back in summer, he's great. When he's in total fitness, like he's fabulous. So we had it x-rayed, and there's 3 vertebrae touching just behind the saddle area, I believe. So what we did was, she said, yeah, he's got kissing spines. I think she thought I was going to be quite shocked, but I was like, actually, compared to my mare, this is nothing. She was like, honestly, it's so mild for a racehorse as well. Like, it was really good. So we have to, she said, you can do surgery, but there is other options. And I said, well, can you let me know the other options? Because I only had surgery option with Roxy. There was no other options. Now, Dave's quite a sensitive boy, and I think he'll have quite a lot of pain memory. Not saying that surgery doesn't help. Surgery is successful. I have been one of them successful people, so I can say that. Obviously, there's a lot of work. Don't mind all that side of things in rehab. But knowing him, I just thought, because it's standing, they are a weight to some degree. Like, I just don't know if he'd cope with that. And also, like, you can jump straight into surgery and things. So I thought, actually, because it's mild, let's try different options. So they've injected his back, and we've also done needle therapy to relax the muscles. And I can already see a difference in him. He's so much happier. His walk came back. His swing and his back's come back. Obviously, it's early days. He's always stood well for the farrier, but he's a lot more comfortable. And we've got 2 weeks rehab with groundwork. Now, I do need to message the vets. I'm going to contact them tomorrow, because I've been just doing walk work. I'm not sure when they want me to start trotting things. So we're just going to see what that does, and then after 2 weeks I get back on him. So he's got his shoes on now. Well, he had shoes on anyway, but new shoes on now, which I'll insert a picture of. And then also we're going to get on him, so I think next week. So I've got saddler out, the same saddle that came and did it with Roxy when she had kissing spine. She's lovely. She helps me lean over. She takes everything really slow. So we're just going to recheck his saddle, because he's got a new saddle, but he had it all fitted. He was going great. The pole work lesson with Alex, which is in my YouTube channel, is going fantastic, but he's just not comfortable with it, and he's dipping away from it. Now, it could be all to do with his back, it could be the saddle. So what we need to do is I want to make sure it's checked and everything's okay before I get back on him. So then basically I can crack on with his rehab, and obviously I think we'll have to closely monitor his saddle as he changes. Like any horse changes shape, I think extra cautious with him. We're trying to build up that top line, etc. So I need to contact my vets tomorrow and just clarify a few things, because once she's started ridden, she wants him to do, I think it's 2 days groundwork, 3 days ridden, or it's the other way around, but I think it's that one. So I just need to double check with her. I tried to make notes in my phone, but I had, obviously, with Roxy going through my head and everything that was going on, I knew she was getting put to sleep. I just didn't register, so I need to contact them tomorrow. And obviously adjust his shoes, just so he's more comfortable, even though he was okay. So that's what we've done, and that is the plan moving forward. I will try and keep you posted with how I've taken little snippets of his rehab, so I'll do like a little bit of a rehab video eventually. We've done groundwork, so long reining, poles, in-hand work, in-hand walks. He's been a nightmare for in-hand walks. I'm having to go out in company, because he is feeling well at the moment. I don't know if anyone else has got this problem, but I've got a fire-breathing bloody dragon. Like, I brought him in tonight, and he was wanting to bronk and stuff in the stable, which he's never done before. He just so wants a job. So I'm eager to get him sorted, but obviously patiently as well. So hopefully, touch wood, we can get back to some degree of fun, which is what the vets want, and my farrier, which is very nice and supportive as well, and obviously my friends. So let's hope. So I feel like Roxy was kind of ready to go as well, and I feel like she's like, it's now your time to spend time with this horse, maybe. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. And I've seen, it sounds really strange, but Dave has started to do little Roxy things that he's never done before, that Roxy used to do, and he's getting Roxy's traits. So it's very, very weird. So I feel like she's kind of still around, so it's nice. So yeah, so we're going to try that rehab plan. I need to ring the vets once I've done a bit of work for a little while and just update her, and then go from there, and hopefully we go forward and get, obviously we've lost all the school and work and things like that, but hopefully we'll get sorted. And I think with the groundwork it's really going to help as well. Like I'm trying to do leg yielding, lateral movements, bending, because he's been stiff in his neck and stuff through all that, carrot stretches as much as I can. My physio recommended hot water bottles on him before doing any work. Now, unfortunately, I've lost all my hot water bottles, and with vet bills and stuff, I'm so skint. I've literally got nothing to my name till I get paid. So, if you want to like, subscribe, and comment on my channel, that might help. But obviously, I've got some money coming in next week, and things will get better. And I'm thinking about maybe getting a little heat pad when I can afford it for him, just to put on him before I do any work with him, or if he goes anywhere. And I think heat for him and his back will really help, and it just to keep on top. And if I can spend £100 on a heat pad, and it's going to have long-term effects, it's equally going to like pay itself back, if you like. If it's going to prevent having further surgery or him feeling more comfortable, then, and I get to enjoy him, then that's what we're going to do. So yeah, it's a bit of a chatty video. It's just a catch up really. But I'm gonna let you enjoy some last moments with me and my darling girl. And I think I'm gonna do a YouTube video of her, and like we used to play polo, and like she's been hunting, jumping, done a little dressage test in lockdown online. So I think I'm gonna do a little video dedicated to her, because she deserves it. Because at the moment she's on the channel, but it's mainly Dave, because I didn't do YouTube with her. It was just Instagram and Facebook. There was a Facebook page called Day in Life with Roxy. So yeah, she deserves that. So I'm going to let you enjoy some clips of our last moment together.
There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing. And the angels cry, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up wanna tell